everybody, it's Ryan Brown. I'm the Director of Strategic Sales here at Alpha Laser Imaging. A lot of times when we talk to our customers, we're really trying to help solve problems, and we've worked really hard over the last couple of years to really, pull these problems out of our customers in terms of processes and things that aren't working right for them, and to try to bring the solutions that we can really, help them with. So, wanted to take a quick moment to talk through a customer scenario we've had experience with lately and how we were able to use, the filing assist workflow in Uniflow Online to really help with this. So, customer comes to us and says, Ryan, with the limited amount of workforce we have right now, we're really finding it that we don't have the time we normally do to, file documents as they come in a timely fashion to make them available to everyone. Where our front desk person, has multiple things to do. They have to answer the phones or do customer service related tasks and all that. And, I have several people that know where these documents need to go, but they're all working from home right now. And, but it's a huge burden on them because what happens is the front desk person, not knowing what everything is, kind of just scans everything to them in a huge stack. And then they have to manually break these documents up and get them to the right place. And, most of them would have to print those documents out, collate them, and then scan them again to break them into the separate files so that we can file them away. And not only that, some of the remote workers don't even have printers at home, or let alone scanners. So, not to mention their normal day-to-day tasks that they're assigned, to do. So what can you do to help me here? Is there anything I can do? Right. So that's where this filing assist feature really, really helps, where we now can have a front office worker scan these files in as one document. And now delegate the responsibility to whoever we need to, maybe somebody that knows, how to process these documents, and even put a little bit of automation into it to make things easier for everyone. We want to make things easier for the front desk person. We want to make things easier for whoever's processing it. We want to make it easier for whoever's finding the information later on. And that's what this is all about. So, I know that's kind of hard to understand without seeing it. So, I look forward to showing it to you. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we've got the machine up here, and assuming the front desk person walks up to the machine, and they have a stack of documents, much like this one right here, which is several different invoices and things like that. We're not going to go too far into the back end of this, just what this looks like from the end user experience for the front desk person, as they walk up to the machine. So they're going to log into the machine. So this is the front desk person, and I'm going to be the remote worker. Okay, so we put our PIN code in like we normally would, log into the machine. We click on the scan, and we've got a workflow in there called mailroom for OneDrive, which is the filing assist workflow. And we're going to go ahead and initiate our job. Okay, so we'll go ahead and scan that in, and now our job is pretty much complete there, and you can see that we've got it all done there. So from an end user perspective, for the front desk person, they literally just scan the documents in, and it sends it out, and on the back side we have this delegated. So me, Ryan, as the remote worker, now has the ability to access this information. So we'll go ahead and talk about that next. Okay, so now all those jobs have been sent in, those scans have been sent in, and now as the remote worker working from home to process these documents, I'm going to log into Uniflow Online and go to the Scan Center and Filing Assist to start to process these documents. So go ahead and log in here and get into the Filing Assist workflow space, and what you'll see is off to the right hand, so you'll see all these documents here, and there's no notes on this first little set here, but off to the right hand side, what you're going to see is that our system has automatically grabbed the correct information, the metadata that we need to identify what type of document this is, what the date is, all that good stuff, so that we can start to file this stuff away, in an automated fashion, so that we can start to limit the amount of, tasks that we're having to do every day. So these, three documents here, these are good to go. So, there's nothing that needs to be done on them. So I'm going to go ahead and select all three and send these jobs out. Okay, so I'm going to send this job out, and that's going to automatically now file these jobs to my OneDrive account. So it leaves me with one other job. It looks like it's an unlearned job. So there's some information that it needs us to find. So this is that one, one off here that we need to help it and perhaps create a template so that, the next time this document comes up, we don't have to tie this, information in. So notice that it's asking us to find the vendor name on the document, which, vendor name right there, air, gas, dry ice. Easy peasy. Go to the next one. It's asking for the date, year. So we'll just select the date. We've got some information in there. Grabs that date. We're going to grab the month. Go down a little further. Sorry, watch my head. We're going to click on the zone for the document type, so it knows what kind of document it is. And sometimes we just need to verify that this information is coming through correctly. So we'll go ahead and click on those to make sure they're good. And yeah, this pretty well looks good to go. So I'll go ahead and close this one. We'll hit, we're going to hit send, and it's going to ask if I want to update the template, which I do. So I'm going to go ahead and create this. This is an air gas packing slip. So I'll just name it that. And we can hit proceed, and it'll send that. That's a packing list. I'm sorry. We'll go ahead and hit proceed and send that out. So what else can I do with that? These were all scanned directly into the device itself. But, I can also, if I had an email that came in and because a lot of times we get these documents via email, how do I get those emails into the queue itself to process as well? So, I pulled up another air gas invoice here that we can just, upload into the system itself. And so I'll click on upload, and we'll just drag and drop that document direct over to this upload drag drop spot here. And now it's processing. Close that out, and then we'll go refresh, and that document should now be in our process queue. Click on refresh. All right. So now, again, it's noticing this document. It's not giving us any red flags or anything like that. So it's working exactly the way it's supposed to. It knows what the document is. It's pulling all the information correctly. So now we're ready to send the document out. So very, very, very simple process. I mean, there's some back end to it, but we can, help with that. But yeah, simple process, and really limits the burden of what we're seeing our front office people experience from the processing side and getting those documents where they need to go, or if we wanted to delegate that responsibility off to someone else, or if we want to automate some of that stuff, we can make it very, very, very easy for everyone involved. So we'll go ahead and talk about how we can now access that information for later use, because if you can't access it, what's the point, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and log into my OneDrive account now that I've got that all put together, and notice that on the back end we created a folder here called Mailroom for OneDrive. So now all the documents that we just scanned in are neatly filed into where they need to be filed to, and we have these sorted by year. So first of all, the company name, the year, and the month. And we can set that up however you guys want to. I mean, it's a pretty simple process there, but for the filing structure. But these are very, very easy to find, very, very simple to process and get where it needs to go. And I know that this is a personal OneDrive account, so if I wanted to share this particular folder to everyone in my organization, I could. If I wanted to keep it for myself, I could do that as well. So the main thing we want to think about here in this particular workflow is where we can make things really easy for that front office worker who's too busy, who just wants to, drop everything in the document feeder and go, right? And we've made it very, very easy for the person who's now delegated the responsibility of processing this information using the machine's OCR in the automated templates that we can tie in, using that metadata and creating that file structure. And then we've made it very, very easy for whoever needs to find the information later, because we can follow any organization's normal file folder structure, when these jobs get sent to the cloud. So it looks like it's always looked when it comes to filing structure and ease of finding the information. So that's the filing assist workflow within Uniflow Online. Thanks so much for watching. You have a great day.